Valentino Rossi won his 9th championship in 2009. Ever since then, he hasn't been able to add a 10th title to his tally despite coming very close twice. One of these instances was in 2015 when a penalty in the final race for clashing with Marc Marquez in the previous race ended his title hopes. He has always accused Marquez of helping fellow Spanish rider Jorge Lorenzo to win the championship instead. Rossi has now reiterated his criticism for Marquez in an interview with Italia 1. I'm your host Dillon Shelley, and first up on Moto World, Valentino Rossi's harsh criticism of Marc Marquez for 2015 tactics. Rossi began by looking at the race last Sunday. It was a very exciting weekend at Misano with a great atmosphere. It was full of people, full of fans. Then I'm happy because I managed to have a good race. He further pointed out the positives from the race. I started back and finished 10th. I managed to go pretty fast. I did some overtaking. I enjoyed it, so it was the best way to greet all the fans. And after the checkered flag, I stopped under the grandstand, I threw my helmet, it was nice. He then looked back at the 2015 season. There are many bad memories of that year, because there was a great fight between me and Lorenzo, and we had problems with Marquez that made me lose. He then leveled criticism against Marquez. It was never seen before where a champion races to make someone lose and not to beat him. He signed off by explaining why 2015 was more regretful than 2006. I'm sorry I didn't win the 10th World Championships because in Valencia in 2006 I made a mistake and I crashed, but this hurt more. It's a big regret because I didn't expect it, and from there it was never the same. Fast feed. 2021 MotoGP World Champion Fabio Quartararo has stated they know that power is something they need to work on, but the feeling he had to overtake on the brakes, not this race but in general, has been much higher than 19 and 20. The last 3 races of last year were a total disaster. I remember just wanting to finish the championship at whatever the position was, he further revealed. I think everything that happened last year helped me a lot to win the title today. I learned a lot during these 2 years in MotoGP, but I still have a lot to learn to achieve more results like this, he concluded. His teammate Franco Morbidelli can say that the 2021 bike works very well. If we want to check the pure numbers, in the first race I did with the 2021 bike, I was immediately better than the last one I did with the 2019 bike. Definitely, the 2021 bike is a step forward. I certainly did a podium with the bike of 2019 this year, and that's what I'd like to try to achieve at the end of this season, he explained. But to do that, I need to get the right feel on this 2021 bike and make the right setup in order to ride well and attack in all areas and aspects, he summed up. Ducati's Pecco Bagnaia has learned a lot in the last 5 races. I've always been on top fighting for the win. This is an incredible step compared to the start of the season. I think we lost the championship at Mugello when I crashed at a time when I was in front, but I wasn't concentrating on what was happening. In Austria, also when I took a tyre that was not working. The same happened at Silverstone. I lost the championship in those 3 races, he added. Anyway, it is not correct to think like that. I lost the championship and nothing else. For next year, I will learn from these mistakes and try to always be on top as in the last races. I'm sure we will arrive better prepared for next season, he signed off. SRT Yamaha's Andrea Dovizioso feels that Fabio Quartararo brakes very late, but it's easy to brake late. But to brake late and make the bike turn like he does, that's hard enough. He does everything with ease. If you look at his free practice sessions this season, he does 5 or 6 laps of the same and almost no mistakes. He can always start from either the first or second row of the grid. That's how he manages to be consistent on every track. I think he's done something crazy this year. Avintia's Enea Bastianini has confirmed that next year he will have the Ducati bike of 2021 with the best possible material. During the week, I spoke with Ducati and Gigi Dall'Igna, who confirmed to me that it will be impossible to have the GP22, he elaborated. We will therefore have to try to work hard to be competitive and try to get the best result, he summed up. Should Enea Bastianini get the latest spec bike in 2022? Head over to my community page to vote in the poll and let me know what you think in the comments. And if you liked this video, feel free to subscribe and check out my others for all the latest in the world of MotoGP.